originally I'm from southeast Pennsylvania, about 54 miles outside of Philadelphia, from Bucks County. And so I was really influenced by the bucolic landscape of that part of Pennsylvania. I went to school at Philadelphia College of Art. I took classes, liberal arts classes at Penn, and then I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago for my graduate degree. Worked as an artist for many years in Chicago, showed in Chicago, and then came down here to teach at ISU. And then I taught at ISU, I've taught at Wesleyan and Heartland. And now I'm retired from teaching, which I'm delighted about. But I enjoyed my students, I miss the students, but I don't really miss all the prep work for teaching. But I've always thought of even figurative work, even representational, observational work, as fundamentally abstract. So for me, it wasn't that big of a switch into doing something different. And now the work is, I use the word abstract, but it's still based in representation, except I'm dealing with place, and place in my mind is really this idea of, where the concept of memory comes into, and it takes place with time. So memory and time become place. I'm interested in cross currents in art. So for example, and this might be helpful for the viewer in terms of interpreting the work, a thread in fiber reminds me of a plowed field. So when I look at something, I'm always looking at other, when I'm looking at a place, I'm always looking at something else. A drive to Peoria, I might spend all my time looking at how all the farmers end their, when they come to the end of a row, and how wide they sweep, or how narrow they sweep, or what they do, what happens when they hit a gully. And I'm interested in those kind of marks, but I'll interpret them totally differently. I don't want to interpret them so literally. And I'm hoping that when people look at them, it'll be like, gee, that kind of reminds me of shadows that my arbor throws in late afternoon. Or this little part maybe reminds me of a gravel walkway in some garden I visited somewhere. I mean, I'm much more interested in people experiencing the work in that